kitchen. Okay, today I have a wonderful recipe for you, and it's to make some crispy fried chicken. Only using like one main ingredient. Okay, one of the ingredients is this right here, this moss chicken bread mix, yum, and then maybe like a cup of flour. And I tell you, boy, your chicken is really going to be really nice and crispy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need like 10 pieces of chicken. It can be chicken thighs, chicken legs, chicken breast, whatever part you like. But make sure you have 10 pieces of chicken, okay? And then also, if you like want your chicken to be nice and hot and crispy, you can also get some cayenne pepper, and use 1 tablespoon cayenne pepper. So let's go ahead and get started with the mixture, right? You need a bowl here, to put your flour mixer in, okay? And I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to need. And let's go ahead and mix it. We're going to mix, let me see, can I get my cup? You're going to need 2 cups of this moss chicken bread mix, okay? If you can't find it in your area, then you can order online, and I'm going to leave it down in the description box of the website that you can purchase this from. Okay. So we're going to put 2 cups in here. Okay. And when you do your measuring, right, make sure you dip it with a spoon, so you make sure you have the exact amount of that you need in the cup. Okay. Okay. And the reason why you want to need this mixture here, because it already has salt in it, and it has other spices in it as well. So you don't need to add anything. Just add a cup of flour in there, and that will prevent it from your mixture from being a little bit too salty. Okay. And you smooth it, so make sure you have exactly 1 cup. That's 1 cup. Okay, let's try 2nd cup. Oh, and it smells kind of strong. You can kind of smell the pepper in it. It's 2 cups, okay? And let's have a cup of flour, all-purpose flour. And this is a 1/2 cup. So we're going to use 2 of these to make 1 cup. 1. 2. So again, that's 2 cups of the moss chicken bread mix and 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Now I want my chicken to be nice and hot and spicy. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. Yeah. Okay, see? And then, once you get done, you're going to mix it. Make sure you mix it very well. Okay. Okay. As you see, it's very well mixed, okay? And then you're going to add, your chicken, just a few pieces at a time. Since I have 10 pieces, let's just add about 5 pieces in here. And let's give it a shake. All right. Okay. Now we're going to add the next pieces in here. Okay. together, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. And make sure it's, all the pieces are fully covered. You can smell the cayenne pepper, okay, in the mixture. So your chicken will be nice and hot and crispy. And this is the way it should look once you put the full coat of mixture on it, okay? So, after that's done, you can set it on the side. You're going to need about 40 fluid ounces of canola oil. If you don't have canola, you can use vegetable oil or peanut oil, okay? And you're going to pour it in your, you can have a cast iron frying pan or a regular frying pan. Okay, in this case, I have this one in which it has a thermometer on there, right? Because you had to fry your chicken at 360 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, let's pour it in, the oil in here because you want to make sure that it covers the chicken completely. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and make sure. Okay, that's 40 ounces there. And sometimes I put a little bit more because I want a little bit more oil. Okay, and so like I might get, this is like 25 fluid ounces. Maybe put half of that, maybe another 10 ounces. Whatever you need in order to make sure you cover the chicken. Okay. Maybe half, another 10 ounces, which equals around about 50 ounces. Okay. Okay, and then let's turn it on. Okay, and we have to make sure it gets 360 degrees. Get us a tray and a rack, because as the chicken fry, then what we want to do is place the chicken on top of the rack so the chicken can cool off and then the oil can drain on the parchment paper. All right, now it is ready to start. So you're going to put not as many pieces in there. You're going to put a few pieces at a time, and you're going to fry until you get nice and crispy and brown on both sides for like 12 to 15 minutes. Do not overcrowd the frying pan. Let's put 5 pieces in there one time. And make sure the temperature stays at 360. All right. Fry it to get nice and crispy. And you should check the temperature. Because you don't want the temperature to go down too low because the chicken will get kind of soggy. You want to make sure that the temperature stays at 360. So make sure you turn it over so you can get crispy on the other side. This chicken is going to be delicious. between 12 and 15 minutes. And your chicken should be done nice and brown and crispy. Yeah. There are so many different ways that you can fry chicken, and then later on I'm going to show you some other ways how you can fry chicken using different batter. Okay, so let's put this chicken now there you have it. So you put it up here so it can drain, some of that oil can come out. Okay. And remember, you only use just a few ingredients, just the moss chicken breader, and then some cayenne pepper. Because I like my chicken to be hot and spicy. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at that beautiful fried chicken. Yeah, beautiful fried chicken. Okay. And you have a rack with parchment paper on it so the oil can continue to drip. You just place your fried chicken right on here on this rack right here and let it cool off for about 5 or 10 minutes, before you serve. Okay, and then let that piece cool off. Okay, then you check your temperature and make sure your temperature is 360 before you put the next batch in there. Okay. Here's one. Okay. I think I'm just gonna put those in there. Just 4 pieces. And then we're gonna check that temperature again and make sure it's at 360 and see whether or not we have to turn it up or turn it down. Well, it looks like we have to turn it up. It's on 335. Let's turn it up again. And if you do this on a regular stove, you just turn it up until you get the temperature. Make sure you have a thermometer so you can regulate the temperature. And we continue, once we get it 360, we continue to cook until it gets brown, just like the first 4 pieces that we did. And there you have it. Homemade, crispy fried chicken. Delicious, okay? You can serve it with mashed potatoes, corn, or hot biscuits, scallop potatoes, coleslaw, whatever you like. To serve it with, right? And like I said, then don't forget some of the tips that I told you. Okay, but the main is I use this batter. This batter is wonderful. It's mostly found in North Carolina, but there's a website, www. Buffalo, BUFFALOEMILLING.com. Okay, you can order it, online, or you can get it from Walmart. Okay, and it's quick and easy way. You don't need as many spices because most of the spices are inside of this ingredient. Okay, and then you make sure you don't use your oil. You use canola oil, vegetable oil, or shortening, lard, whatever you prefer, you know. So I'm gonna give you a few tips. Okay, I gotta look at my little sheet so I can make sure I give you all the tips, you know. So, you know, make sure you use a thermometer. I have this one that I received from Amazon. It's really excellent. Oh, that was my alarm clock. Excuse me. Alarm clock let me know like everything is done. Okay, and then like don't overcrowd your pan. Like I said, just fry a few pieces at a time. Okay, and let me see. You don't want to overcrowd it. You know, you want to keep your temperature from dropping. Okay, and that's gonna keep your chicken from being greasy, as I said earlier. Okay, and then let your chicken fry, let your chicken rest on the rack, like this chicken right here, golden fried chicken. I can't wait to have some, can't wait to eat it. Yum. Okay, and let me see, you can I use this pan that I got from Amazon because it had a thermometer on there. But you can use a cast iron or any kind of fry pan that you like. And you make sure like when you put the oil in it, the oil actually covers the chicken. You know, so make sure enough oil is in there to fry it appropriately. Okay, so that's it, right? And thank you so much for joining me. And be sure to, like and subscribe to my channel so I can share some more of my recipes with you. Because I have a lot of, soul food recipes and baked goods because I love to bake. And I have a lot of cookie recipes I'd like to share with you because most of my friends and relatives, they love the different kind of cookies that I bake. And I want to share it to you as well, right? And then you can share it with your friends. Anyway, so like, stay safe. Be blessed, and I'll see you next time for the next recipe. Bye-bye.